French Polynesia is famous for its luxury resorts, but look past the surface and you'll find a place that's rugged and wild. After a month on these islands, these are the 5 adventures that stood out above everything else. The islands of Moorea and Tahiti are surrounded by a kilometer-thick stretch of shallow lagoon. The water is warm, crystal clear, and full of sea life. I doubt there's anywhere in the world where it's as easy and fun to just swim around without a care in the world. And it's not just people that feel this way. The Moorea Lagoon is famous for the schools of sharks and rays that hang out at a huge sandbar just offshore. This is one of the most popular things to do on the island. It gets busiest here around lunchtime. How are you feeling about the snorkeling?
Well, considering that I'm about to tie a rock to myself, sink to the bottom of the ocean and wait for sharks and rays to come get me. Pretty good. I'm a little nervous.
There's so many stingrays here that you have to be careful when you jump in so you don't land on one. Stingrays here are especially friendly. It's like they're asking to be pet. The sharks prefer to keep their distance. They won't get close if you try to approach them, but if you stay still and avoid facing them, they're happy to sneak up behind you. So it's 5:45 in the morning, getting ready, gotta get on the boat by 6. It's a 5-minute walk away, and hopefully we're gonna see some people ride some mega waves to Teahupoo.
Go in?
Do you surf?
I surf, but today it's gonna be bigger. For me,
Yeah, it's gonna be huge. What time do people start?
early as possible. No? The wave doesn't wait up.
Yeah.
It's just coming through.
We showed up before the sun was out, but there was already a handful of surfers in the water. The waves were big, but not as big as we'd hoped. The swell was still filling it. One of the things that makes Teahupoo so unique is that there's basically nowhere else in the world where you can be right next to giant breaking waves in a boat and be fully safe. This is because the change in seafloor depth is so dramatic here that the wave will never break past the edge of the reef, regardless of how large the swell is. This extreme seafloor topography is also the reason why Teahupoo creates such deep, perfect barrels. As the wave hits this reef, it looks like the ocean is folding itself in half.
God, the sun is rising right now, currently.
Just like everywhere else, the waves come in sets of 3 to 10 waves, and in between there's a lot of waiting. But while you're waiting, the rest of the boats show up and it starts to feel like a party. A party that lives and dies with each passing wave until someone catches a bomb. This is also when the swell started to fill out and the waves got a lot bigger. The drop in on this wave is so steep and the section's so fast that even the pros don't always make it out. So how does it work for the surfers? First, you have to get a ride out to where the wave is breaking. Then you say what's up to your buddies, and then it's time to face the music. Even though it's a pretty small club of surfers that are skilled and brave enough to surf this wave, the lineup functions the same as anywhere else. In theory, whoever's closest to the peak gets the wave, but in practice, the locals get first pick. To surf here, you have to be precise, aggressive, and willing to risk it all. From above, you can see how Teahupoo really works. Most surfers are paddling toward the deep to stay out of the impact zone. The guy paddling in the opposite direction is positioning himself right in the danger zone, and the only place you can actually catch the wave. us what you think.
I love Teahupoo.
Yeah?
Yeah. Let's go.
If you plan on watching surfers at Teahupoo, make sure to check the swell before you visit. The biggest waves happen between April and October. So why do the pros fly from all over the world and risk it all just to surf here? This is local surfer Matahi Drillette, surfing the biggest wave of the day. He's been surfing here his whole life, and still, this is what it feels like after you catch a good one. And what did you think?
I was mesmerized the whole time. It was really hard to stop, like, to not lock my gaze on the wave. I feel like even when no one was surfing it, the sun reflected, the droplets going up, it was really cool. And then whenever we did catch it, it was also just insane.
If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to subscribe. We'd love to bring you more videos of surfers paddling into mountains of water. Back on Moorea, we had our own mountains to deal with. The first thing that everyone notices about this island is the peaks. The walls and crags and spires that make up the heart of this island are unbelievably steep. Most of these peaks have never been climbed, and it's unclear who, if anyone, has ever summited the tallest peak on the island, Mt Teahupoo. But there are some climbable routes on the island. Mt Mouaputa is one of the few peaks you can actually summit, but only if the weather cooperates. Spoiler, it didn't. It rained in the morning and the trail turned into a slippery, muddy slope.
God damn it.
Just a miracle that I didn't poop my pants over there.
The mountains of Moorea are the remnants of a massive volcanic crater. After the volcano went dormant, huge sections of it slid into the sea in a catastrophic landslide.
We're about halfway up Mt Mouaputa and it's going pretty well, but we did not realize how steep it is, how wet the trail is, so we are just going really slowly.
It's not even funny.
After what feels like forever, the trail becomes so steep that you have to pull yourself up on these ropes for the rest of the hike.
Is the view worth it?
While you technically don't need to bring your own ropes or harness to reach the summit, this trail would be impossible to climb without the hundreds of knotted ropes to hold on to. The final summit push was terrifying. It's hard to imagine surviving a fall here.
That was crazy. Holy shit.
I know.
How are we gonna get down?
I have no idea.
How were we rewarded at the top? Clouds so thick you couldn't see the view. We waited up there for an hour, but the situation never changed. After the long, defeated walk down, we needed some cool water to rest our feet in, and we knew just the place.
Okay, so we're still looking for the river monsters and found some little guys, but if you look in the creek, it looks like there's little pieces of like chewed up fish. So there must be more eels somewhere around here.
I'm scared.
Okay, but go slow so we don't scare them. Oh, I see it one. Holy shit, it is huge.
No, that's
Oh my
crazy.
God.
Oh my god.
Oh, there's another one.
Oh my god.
Holy fuck.
You were kidding.
There's so many. Oh, what about our toes though?
Oh.
Dang, I
No,
wish.
no, why are they coming towards me?
Oh god.
Oh no, you're too close. You're too close.
These are the giant eels of Moorea.
The giant fish living in this creek are unlike anything we've ever seen before. But there's always a bigger fish. French Polynesia has about 3,500 square kilometers of land and 5 million square kilometers of sea, which is roughly the same size as the European Union. So if you really want to understand what this place has to offer, you have to go beneath the surface. It's sharks. The first thing we saw as we went beneath the surface was a huge shark. Specifically a sickle-fin lemon shark, which can grow up to 12 feet long. You'd think it's easy to notice the largest fish in the water by at least a factor of 10, but this one managed to sneak up on and scare the shit out of Stas. Even though they could easily ruin your day, these sharks seem so relaxed that it's easy to get comfortable with them. But just because the sharks are chill doesn't mean there aren't aggressive animals on the reef here. This clownfish jealously guarded his anemone from us without any fear. He even has battle scars, so we took the hint and got out of there. By now, you might have noticed something sad about the coral on this island. It's all dead. But this isn't quite the catastrophe that you're thinking. The coral reefs on this island bleach regularly as part of a natural cycle of heat waves and storms, and the reef's expected to bounce back in a few years. One animal that doesn't seem to mind is the sea turtle. There's a huge amount of them swimming on the reefs here. They eat the algae that's growing on the dead coral, and they're not at all afraid of the divers. Most are indifferent, but some of them even seem curious, not hesitating to swim right up and look you in the eyes.
So much fun. I asked the turtle and she said she was 150 years old.
If you're curious about the food on Moorea, go check out our last video where we catch and cook traditional Polynesian food. Thanks for watching.